Say Nashville, most of the time I'm talking about an area called Greater Nashville, because probably the same thing has happened in your neck of the woods. You have the center of town, but then you have people spreading out and wanting to live kind of half in the country and be available to the city. And that has happened to Nashville. In 1963, we consolidated our city and our county governments into one. It was the first city in the whole U.S. to do that, and to have the name Metropolitan beside our city. So Metro Nashville is all of Davidson County, and it's between 600 and 700,000 people. But then today, we also add several counties that form a ring around Davidson County that are today the suburbs. And so that area is called Greater Nashville, and the population of all of Greater Nashville is about 1.3 million people. Give or take a songwriter or two. Yeah, they're always coming and going. Now, one thing that Nashville is famous for that you may not think about is government. Nashville is the capital of the state of Tennessee, so as far as Tennesseans are concerned, Nashville is a very important town, and it makes the news a whole lot just because a lot of things that happen here affect everyone in the state of Tennessee. When we get into this section of downtown, you're going to be seeing a lot of government buildings. And believe it or not, government is the #1 employer in my hometown because of all the federal and state jobs that have to be in the United States. Construction began in 1844, wasn't completed until 1855, but it has been our working state house ever since. Now there are a lot of other buildings originally built as capitals that are older, but they're now museums. They're no longer working state houses, so that's how we have that distinction. The headquarters for the state Supreme Court for the state of Tennessee. And on the right-hand side in the next block is our War Memorial Building. It is dedicated to veterans of World War I originally, but now it's just dedicated to all veterans. You know what? Let me change it. I want them to see the left-hand side is our beautiful state capitol. Greek Revival architecture that blends right in with our modern-day Parthenon. And if you look, to your left after we turn, to your right, you will see an area called Legislative Plaza. It's right across from the Capitol building, and there's actually a parking garage for the state legislators and the people who work in the Capitol right underneath us here to the right. You'll see that entrance in just a moment. Also on the right, you get a wonderful look at the War Memorial Building. One side of it is offices, and the other side of it is an auditorium. America is privileged to spend her blood and her might for the principles that gave her birth and happiness and the peace which she has treasured. And that's our War Memorial that was originally built for veterans of World War I. We're going around the block here because there are two memorials on this road that I want to make sure that you get to see. And construction was overseen by a Pennsylvanian. His name was William Strickland. His son went on to also be an architect and engineer and designed several buildings in Nashville. And so we are happy to have the Strickland family legacy. To your right, the soldier striding forward and the wall there. That's the names of the Tennessee veterans who passed away during the Korean War. Would anyone like a picture of that, or is it enough just to see it from here?
Left-hand side. Sergeant York. Yeah.
He comes from a little town in northern Tennessee called Pall Mall, or